Okay, guys, congratulations. That's your first lucky person to get dumped on.
That's right. Well, and we're very excited here. So, I wanted to tell you the whole story of how this came to fruition.
Right.
So when I was young, in college, and we all go through our things with our fathers, and he asked me to leave his home for the summer and not spend it there with him.
Politely, he probably asked
very politely.
Very politely asked.
Down the street, Todd, who I went to high school with, took me in. Him and his mom and his dad and his sister, and they literally became like a second family to me. And Teddy and Kathy, who are his parents, have been amazing people. And a couple years ago, his father was diagnosed with ALS, and about literally a week ago, maybe 10 days ago, Todd called me and asked if I would take the Ice Bucket Challenge. And I said, how about I do you one better? I'll come and challenge everybody to come take it here in the Hamptons and contribute $100 for every person who does it. So I love Teddy, and he was like a dad to me, and we're doing it all for ALS and for Todd and Ted.
Yeah, my father, Ted Swedock, was diagnosed with ALS about 3 years ago, and he had a very good attitude. He lived a great life, and he loved life every second of every day, and he loved Nick. So when I nominated Nick to do the Ice Bucket Challenge, I wanted to see him do it, and today is going to be the day. And he one-upped it by donating $100 to Connecticut ALS Society in my father's honor, Ted Swedock. And so today, hopefully, we get a ton of people to do the Ice Bucket Challenge and pay it forward.
And we're going to do it $100 for every single person who does it. So we're very excited about it. And we thank everybody here for coming and contributing and being part of it.
The Hamptons is a big place. Is the word getting out?
Yeah, it's getting out. I think we're going to have about 400 or 500 people show up today. We probably had everybody know about it, so I think hopefully it'll be a good thing.
All right, beautiful. Now you gave me actually the realities of ALS.
Yeah.
You shared some, and was that the Lou Gehrig's disease?
ALS is Lou Gehrig's disease. That's what it's more commonly known as. It's kind of fallen off the radar in the last 60 years because so few people are diagnosed with ALS every year. But in fact, still 30,000 people die from ALS every year. And the awareness, the viral factor that's going on now in Facebook and through the whole internet has raised so much awareness. In the last 2 weeks alone, they've raised $35 million for a cause that was almost primarily overlooked consistently as far as donors.
So obviously, I can tell how much you love your dad and how much you loved him. And so, how did the family handle all of this?
My family, personally, my dad drank till the last day. He absolutely tried to enjoy every moment.
And drove. He drove every day.
He drove to way too far. He basically said, the ALS will not stop me. But he lived a great life, and he did everything he wanted to do throughout his life. And luckily he was 71 when he passed. Typically this hits it's a younger man's disease, and that can be heartbreaking. The reason the Ice Bucket Challenge has accentuated and gone so far so fast. It was started out of Boston by a guy from Boston College, a kid named Pete Frates, who was captain of the BC baseball team, and his friend down in New York started this in his honor. And the amount of awareness that's happening, the amount of people this will help, and people paying it forward. Whether you do the Ice Bucket Challenge and you don't donate, most people now that this thing has become such a staple in society, people are doing both. They're donating and doing the Ice Bucket Challenge and challenging 3 additional people, and they're paying it forward. It's become more than nobody will ever create this. We're living in the time where this right now it's like the only thing I can compare it to would be possibly the Lance Armstrong, Livestrong bands that took off. This is the first one. It's the predecessor. People are going to try to replicate this, but we just got to harness it right now.
And your dad was a Lou Gehrig. I mean, Lou Gehrig was renowned to be, I don't think he ever missed a game. There's major statistics about it. It was the Iron Horse. That's what I was thinking.
My dad had a very funny saying about it. He said, "Thank God I'm a Yankees fan, because if I got diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease and I was a Red Sox fan, I'd just kill myself."
Our Brooklyn Dodgers. What's good news for you guys? What's good news?
In terms of
anything aspect of your life, this or whatever you'd like to share.
No, this is it. I mean, this is, we spent the last week doing this, and this has sort of been literally consumed everything. So I'm really excited about really the turnout and the amount of response that we've gotten for this event. And you'll see if you stay up for the rest of the day how many people show up, and this has been the best news for me in all summer.
Thanks for doing it. And for you, what's good news?
Right now, this is it. We're harnessing. I feel like my dad went to heaven and got busy real quick. And for this to happen just 3 months after his passing is it's a godsend. So everything we can do right now will hopefully help future generations and help other people that are currently battling such a terrible
All right, guys,
disease.
Thanks for sharing good news.
Absolutely.
With us.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks, bud.